Okay, doing Your Body Never Lies private training with Cassie. And is that alright if we record this and put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And let's see. So what I'm going to do, could you take a step back actually? I want to be able to see your body, so it's hard to actually see. But, okay. I bet you're fun. Are you fun when you get mad?
What would you define as fun?
that thing you thought of. Okay. Yeah, the opposite of fun is what I meant. So, here's a word I've never actually written on the board before in one of these, which is fun.
Oh. You would be quiet.
What's that?
I was like, you be quiet over there in the corner. I heard that cackle.
Alright, peanut gallery, quiet. I before E, except after C, right? Okay. Don't want to get that wrong on the video. So these are the three things that I see in your body right now that they bother you. And if something's bothering you, it means it's on the surface. If it's on the surface, that means your body's ready to let it go. So having things up and bothering you, like your shoulders up like this, that's actually really good. That means you've worked through something and your body is like right on the edge of letting it go. If you've got stuff buried really deep, it doesn't show up. You don't feel it. It doesn't bother you. But you end up being a real jerk. I don't mean you personal, but people who are real jerks and really mean, they just have stuff so suppressed in their body that it comes out in these weird ways that they're totally unconscious of. Right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
But if you're stressing out and you've got stuff like bothering you and your shoulders are tight and everything else, that means that you haven't buried it, that you're looking at yourself and trying to work through it. Right? And then it's up on the surface and easy to let go of. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So don't let those things on the board be heavy.
Okay.
So the first one is frustration. And what I'm going to do is have you give me a number between 0 and 10 for each of these three things. And 0 means that you don't know where I got this from. It's not you, has no bearing on your life whatsoever. And 10 is like it's all you think about and it's ruining your life. So the frustration that I see is actually related to these two things. And the first one is can't say no. You have a really hard time saying no to people. If I say, hey, I'm moving tomorrow, will you help me? You'll be like, yes! And you won't even think about all the other things you have to do tomorrow, right? And then later you're like, oh man, why didn't I say yes? I got all these other things to do.
And I do that often. I have to have a calendar or else I'll book way too many things in the same day.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not looking at it, then I'm just wanting to say yes to everybody.
Exactly. And that coupled with it's hard to get what you want. It's hard to receive. You know? If you need something and somebody goes, oh, here, you can have it, you're like, it's not, do you even trust it, right? If when things come really easy to you, you're like, whoa, no, I want to work for it. If you work really hard for something and then you feel like you've earned it and then you let yourself have it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. So that is called addiction to struggle.
That's not good.
No, but it's actually really good news because it means that that's not the way life has to be. It just means you've created somehow in yourself, maybe when you were young, some sort of addiction to struggle or believing that you had to work really hard in order to get what you want, right? But then what happens is you can't say no, so you end up working too hard, right? But then you don't get what you want anyway, so then you get frustrated. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Excellent. So, 0 to 10.
Well,
do you want to give one number for the whole thing?
At least a 9 for pretty much all of those, because it really, I can feel all of those things, a lot. And I'm here because I have been working a lot on, looking at myself and, reflecting and trying to evolve, so.
Well, is this the things you were looking at?
These are some things that maybe I wasn't looking at. I wasn't looking at directly, but,
right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's the things that we're not looking at that actually impact us the most.
That makes sense too, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So 9 for each of these?
Yeah.
You want to just
I'm
9?
just gonna, that's a pretty solid
Okay.
number.
9, 9, 9. I'll just move it over here so the camera can maybe see it better. I don't know. Probably. So, what I'm going to do is have you get on the table, on your back, with your ankles just off the edge here, and actually, I'll pull it out a little bit. Get over there. So, back, and just on your back, and give me your ankles right here. So we have the ankles off the table, just to get pressure off your knees. You had a massage before? Have you ever been told that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, what I'm doing here is I'm looking for where... Was your dad around when you were growing up?
I literally just told her that the youngest memory that I have of my dad is him dropping me off at my grandparents, telling me he'd come back, and him never coming back. So, no.
So your first experience with men is that they don't keep their promises, they run away,
Yeah,
they're not
usually.
there for you. Okay. You willing to forgive your dad for that?
Yeah, it's
So forgiveness, it means giving up all hope of ever having a better past. So if you forgive him, that means you're giving up this desire to change that memory. And you're giving yourself permission to have that memory of your dad doing that. And you're forgiving him for you, not for him.
no. I do love my father.
Have
I
you
know
seen him
that
since?
Yeah. I know that he loves me. I don't think that he realized at the time the impact that he had on his children's lives.
Right, feel that muscle there. Carrying that a while. It's alright, it's going. Feel it going?
Yeah.
It's there. So, can you shut that off? I thought I did, I forgot. So, what we're doing here, by talking about the old stuff and holding your body, is this shows your body that what it's thinking about is in the body and not outside. Because if it was something actually happening right now, it wouldn't be in your body, it'd be out here.
Right.
Makes sense? Okay. Have you grown up expecting men to leave?
Kind of.
Say the men I like stick around.
The men I like stick around.
Oh, good. Feel the muscle. You feeling your shoulder blade there? So you feel it moving a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. It feels like gel. Almost.
Yeah. It's just like this super slow movement.
Yeah.
It's your body just learning to trust and just starting to figure it out. And then,
It's nice.
does that feel flat on the table?
Yeah.
Getting there?
It feels
Good.
a lot different than my left shoulder.
I'm sure it does. Oh, we're going to get over there. We'll even you out, I promise. There's a piece right here that I want you to feel, and then maybe notice that it's in the past. And did you ever feel like no matter what you do, you're not going to get the result you want? Like no matter what you do, you weren't going to get your dad back? No matter what you do? Have you ever felt that? Kind of
Yeah.
helplessness? Did it make you not want to do anything?
Yeah.
Okay. There. In here. Feel how much looser that is now?
Yeah,
There's
it's like
nothing left there.
super wiggly.
I feel really weird. So, while you're holding this muscle right here, I want you to say out loud, I can do anything I desire.
I can do anything I desire.
Excellent. You believe it?
Yeah.
Good. So, this side feels a little higher. So, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. So,
I'm like the top of my fingers, the top of my two like fingers in the middle on this hand are like actually warm, which I don't think has happened in a while.
nice. Getting some circulation back.
Yeah.
Yay. When memories get locked in muscles, they typically get locked with adrenaline. And that'll cut off some blood flow, right? And so actually what's going on now, you're getting more blood flow, so you're getting warm, but you're also going to get an adrenaline flush. So you could get clammy, you could feel a little cold from it.
Definitely like clammy.
It doesn't last long. In 10 minutes it'll be gone. It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
But feel this muscle right here?
Yes.
Did anyone ever make you feel like you wouldn't amount to much?
Yeah, a lot of my mother's side of the family.
There we go. So all you had to do was show your body that it happened a long time ago, right? So, see the difference? Feel it?
That's so odd, yeah.
Well, all we're doing is showing your body that these issues are based on memories and not based on things happening right now. All we're doing. So, feel this muscle right here? Were you ever allowed to get mad at your mom?
I've been in physical altercations with members of my mother's side of the family about it.
About what?
About me not forgiving my mother. When I was younger, a few of the people on my mother's side of the family would like to defend her, and I at least had seen my father a little bit. Our family is split. I'm in Northern California, they're in Southern California. My mother's side, my younger brother, was raised by my aunt. And I got into a really, really bad altercation with her one time because she called my father a sperm donor and then was trying to praise my mother, but she literally tried to abort me in every single way possible. So I really don't.
Jeez. There.
Yeah.
But see, it's in the past, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all just story. And I get there was a lot to go through, but just notice that you're not going through it right now. Are you?
No.
Okay. Good. I mean, there's no one around here trying to abort you.
No, well, I guess I've never even thought about it in the sense that I've never been allowed to be mad at her.
So I was right.
Yeah. I've never heard it posed that way, I guess. So yeah, I mean, being in physical altercations with my family over something like that is a bit ridiculous.
It is. And you have permission to express yourself, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Express what's in your heart. If there's anger in your heart, you express it. Like Eminem. Rah, 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 rah. And drop your shoulder. Drop it in my hands. Whatever that means to you. Good. If you express yourself, then people know what's going on, and then you can connect with them better, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And if your mom's not letting you be mad at her, you don't express yourself, then there's a disconnect.
Right.
I mean, it's a sabotage. But we tend to make anger wrong. If people aren't allowed to express their anger, then how do you know what's going on with them? They just get distant. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So say, I give myself permission to express myself.
I give myself permission to express myself.
Beautiful. And say, it's safe to express myself.
It's safe to express myself.
And it's safe to be me.
It's safe to be me.
There it is. What's that? Like a pancake?
Pancake.
Your shoulders both feel flat and even on the table?
Yeah, they do actually.
Good. How's your headspace feel? Expanded?
Yeah, I felt pressure in my head like I usually do actually because I'm pretty tense, but I don't know, I feel clear, I don't feel as foggy, I guess, or sleepy almost.
Stand up. And then
well, I certainly don't feel
You know, like the frustration's gone from your body. I don't feel frustrated when I look at you. Because
It
when I looked at you
feels
before, I
weird.
could feel this frustration. So, you want to help me move tomorrow?
Not really. Yeah, no, not really.
And how do you feel about getting what you want?
I definitely feel there are a few different situations that are ongoing in my life at the moment where like that revolves around, and I feel like it would be a much different scenario at the moment than it would be had it been asked or like experienced 10 minutes ago. So I definitely feel like that's not as much of an issue. Like I'm not feeling that as much.
Okay. But right now, in this moment, how do these things feel to you? Like 0 to 10?
Probably a 1.
One for frustration?
You know,
It could be higher, or it could be whatever you want.
I feel like that's probably the bottom one.
Frustration?
Hard to receive is probably a 1.
Oh, okay.
But the other two are both. I feel like I don't really care at the moment, anyways. I don't feel like
Like
I
0?
don't feel like anything. Yeah, 0.
Okay. So from 9 to 0, 9 to 0, and 9 to 1, that's a really good day for me. That's pretty amazing. So here's what happens. Within a couple days, you're going to forget what life was like up until half hour ago. You're going to forget how frustrated you used to be, and you're going to forget this. Life's going to just shift and change.
Definitely.
And
Yeah. I'm excited for that. I feel it's not like I didn't believe coming in, but I've literally never felt my shoulders feel like this before, so
Tell the camera.
I don't, my shoulders have never been this loose. I've not felt like this in a really long time, and if I did, I don't remember it, so it's been a very long time.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the thing with this training. It's going to feel good, and you could just go on with your life and live a happy life. You don't have to fix everything in your body that you don't want to. But if you want to be in a place where your body knows the difference between reality and memories, and so that you just don't hold on to things, you know, come back and repeat this. Because the body trusts the repetition. Trust the repetition.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
And I want to hear a report. Like in a couple weeks, I want you to say, "Oh yeah, this changed and this changed and this feels better," and you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Cool.
excited.
High five.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cassie. Testimonial? I guess your smile is a testimonial.
Yes,
Just kidding.
I feel a lot more relaxed right now. It's weird. I was exhausted coming in here, but it was for a much different reason. I feel tired now, but I think it's because my body's like, okay, you can sit down. Like my fingers are all tingly and like after I get a massage, but after I've gotten like a really long, deep tissue massage. So this is great.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.